Book of Ephesians, the 5th chapter, verse 15 and 16. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. All right. Shalom, shalom. As always, I want to start these videos by giving all glory, honor, and thanks to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son for this wisdom and knowledge. That is Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakah Quadash, as well as a double honors upon to the apostles and elders of GMS, Great Millstone, whom I've learned this truth under. This being titled, I'm the brother I lie, Yahweh. Lord willing, this is an edifying video on this just savage video, okay, that's going around. It's already got 7 million views in 5 days. Okay, this is a video of a, just niggerdom, violence, merciless violence, complete savageness. And we already know, I try to find info on the backstory on what caused this. Already know is about some money and drugs. Okay, but let's get that again. Ephesians, the 5th chapter, verse 15 and 16. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. And these some real sinister, evil ass days we're in, man. And, the love of many is waxing cold out here. Matthew 24, verse 12, Yahweh Shai speaking. Because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And I'll attach the link, okay, to this video. I'm not even going to attempt to clip anything of the video, but you see what looked to be a stepfather, a mother, and a big brother at the age of, I think it was around 20, that got sent to the spirit world in front of these two toddlers. Okay, these niggers that done broke into the crib had no mercy, man. Okay, they had the power to, at least remove the toddlers from the situation. No, they took out everyone right in front of the damn toddlers, and it could have been worse. They could have took out the toddlers too, but it shows you that these were spirits created for vengeance. And that, I don't want to rant too long, but if this is over some drug shit, imagine what you gonna see in the streets of America when there's no food on the shelves. Okay, when this man comes out with that chippity chip spoken on in Revelation, the 13th chapter, and all of a sudden there's a shortage of jobs, a shortage of food on the shelves, and it's martial law troops in the streets. It's going to be kick a door season for real. This is going to be a book of 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. And we just going to get the whole bit on this side. This is 2nd Ezra 15. We'll start at verse 14, close off on verse 19. Okay. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the courts of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. And that's what we seen here. And this is allegedly over some drug shit. And just for geographical edification, this took place in the Minneapolis, St. Paul metro area. Okay, it looks like a northern suburb of Minneapolis, Coon Rapids, Minnesota. Okay, so imagine these cities: Minneapolis, the Twin Cities, Chicago, Cleveland, Detroit, Gary, Toledo, Buffalo, all them Great Lakes cities, Milwaukee, Philadelphia, you name it, Baltimore, Jacksonville. Imagine Los Angeles, Oakland, these cities, what the crime gonna be like if it's every man for himself and ain't no police and you fighting over food. Niggas be dying over a pair of damn Michael Jordan shoes. Imagine when it's over food, what level of violence and what neighbors is going to do to each other in that day when we know you got a can of corn up in the back. We gonna kick your door in, okay? This is what the scriptures speak on. This was over some drug BS, and they ain't show no mercy. Imagine when it's over pure survival and not no fake paper money, okay? Let's get this as well, because the little back research I did on this horrid event you see on camera was, the stepdad of the house. He was into some drug shit. And going off on Ephesians, the 5th chapter, this man wasn't circumspect, because you had these jakes pull up in they UPS uniform. But first of all, they didn't answer the door till they almost left and walked down the street. Then the little stepbrother, the 20-year-old, he walks down the driveway to talk to them, and he didn't even think to question why these guys knocking on my door, and they UPS drivers. There's no UPS truck in sight. Okay, they weren't being circumspect, but all in all, this was judgment. Galatians 6 verse 7, and it was judgment of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. In Hebrew, the Paleo Hebrew, his name being Yahweh. Be not deceived. Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. And hey man, it is what it is. Is judgment of the Heavenly Father. Whatever it was, he got his whole adult family whacked. Okay, and these niggas is gonna go sit and rot in jail until the nuclear missiles hit. Okay, and hey, then the Lord spared those toddlers' lives. Okay, but they gonna deal with trauma for as long as this place is standing. But hey, it could have been worse. And let's speak on this being a judgment from the Heavenly Father. Okay, a lot of people don't understand judgment. It's the Lord that causes this to happen. That's why we gotta be circumspect and prayed up. Proverbs 28 verse 5. Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord understand all things. And you watch this savage video, man, you understand this was all a judgment of the Heavenly Father from all angles, okay? And I believe the 20-year-old who ended up answering the door, he actually got called off work that day. So the Lord lined him up. He set him up perfectly to, end up meeting him in the spirit realm, okay? Zephaniah 3 verse 5. The just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. And we gonna close off on this being a judgment that the Heavenly Father sent. And on top of that, this was Israelite on Israelite crime. It looks to be Southern Kingdom, which represent the so-called Negroes, okay? Judah, Benjamin, Levi. This looks to be Southern Kingdom upon Northern Kingdom. This looks to be upon so-called Hispanics that got taken out. This was, Israelite upon Israelite. It is what it is. The Lord ain't playing no games out here. And we going to see a lot more of these stories as the economy continues to crash and circle the drain. We going to see a lot more of this. This is Ecclesiasticus, because at the end of the day, let me go to this thumbnail. This murderous nigger you see right here on the screen was a spirit created for vengeance. He didn't give a damn about the toddlers sitting there or what it was. He didn't care. He took them, all the adults in that family, out on sight. Okay. Well, not on sight, but after they didn't have the money that he was expecting, they got taken out. Okay. This was a demon, a spirit created for vengeance. We got to be circumspect out here. Ecclesiasticus 39:28 verse 31. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts, scorpions and serpents, teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. The modern day sword being these guns. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come. They shall not transgress his word. So when the Heavenly Father, tells the angels, tells that spirit, send that blitz, it's time for this man to go and go out violently. We seen this, the creator of Call of Duty done just died in a violent, fiery, car accident from his own doing. Okay, we also seen another a NASCAR driver go out in a fiery plane crash, as well as another celebrity, I believe he's a movie producer, got stabbed up by, I believe, his son or his stepson out in Hollywood. Hey, we seeing a lot of judgment going out here. And this is, stories like this is a prime example of spirits created for vengeance. Okay, got to be circumspect out here. I hope this was edifying. And we got to stay prayed up, most importantly. Pray to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai that we endure these evil ass days out here. I hope this was edifying. Shalom.